Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm a little bit hoarse. I've been under the weather and I woke up this morning and my voice is not there. So hopefully you guys can hear me and not be straining to understand what I'm saying. But I wanted to do a video on this whole Nipsey Hussle situation and the information that's been released. And so I think that there's some important things to note about this case. And I wanted to bring it to you guys to see what your thoughts were. Before I get into everything, I wanted to give a quick update for those who have not been keeping up with the case. I know a lot of information was recently released, but a judge ordered to have the transcripts in the case with Eric Holder and the murder of Nipsey Hussle. The transcripts are going to be sealed. So you won't be able to get any information on the investigation. You won't get any evidence, nothing pertaining to what the investigators found or what happened in the case with the murder of Nipsey Hussle. So that's important to note because a lot of information has not been released to the public. It's only been, you'll see a lot of information released on YouTube from people who may have personally known Nipsey in the street or, was their firsthand account. So that's all the information you're gonna get until the investigators release that information. I'm gonna do another video where I talk about what I think happened at the scene where Nipsey was killed. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen being talked about on YouTube, and I just want to get the discussion going just to see what you guys think. Maybe it could just be nothing, but I'm gonna put that information out there and we can discuss it and then just go from there. But just keep watching my channel. I'm gonna try to put that video out either today or tomorrow. Hopefully my voice will be doing better by then. There's a lot of stuff happening between Black Sam, Samantha, and Tanisha. Tanisha is Nipsey Hussle's baby mother. I think you guys already know who all of these individuals are. One thing to note is that the mom and dad have been quiet. There appears to be something happening between this Crip LLC and Black Sam trying to trademark the slogan, "The Marathon Continues," which we all know that Nipsey Hussle created. So I think that when the Crip LLC filed for that trademark, I think it was in direct response to Black Sam and Samantha trying to gain custody of Imani, who is Nipsey's daughter. So I'm gonna put all of this information I'm about to give you guys in chronological order so you can see why I feel that way. Follow me on this because I'm gonna try to lay all this out for you guys. So on March 31st is when Nipsey was supposed to have been shot and killed, okay? Then on April 11th, they had the funeral at the Staples Center. Then after that, on May 1st, is when the first request for a hearing from Samantha came through for requesting child custody of Imani. Okay, so this is when all of the information would have hit the fan. And like they said, Tanisha found out through the media. So as everybody else is finding out about this request, Tanisha is finding out at the same time. The initial hearing was set for May 14th. And the judge denies Samantha for custody because she didn't notify Tanisha of the court hearing. So he reschedules that court hearing on May 20th so that way Tanisha can be notified, officially notified. And then we move on to May 16th. Okay, so after that custody hearing, everybody's completely aware of what's happening. So then May 16 rolls around and the Crip LLC filed a trademark request to trademark the slogan, "The Marathon Continues." And then after that is when May 20th comes and then they have the custody hearing. Now the judge decides that the child is to remain with Samantha until further notice, and then he reschedules another hearing after that. Okay, so now May 22nd, comes out that Tanisha is expecting to object to Black Sam being appointed as administrator over Nipsey Hussle's estate. And they're saying she's looking to be appointed as administrator herself over the estate. So that looks like they're going to be going back and forth pertaining to Nipsey's money and his estate. Now, y'all know Black Sam is trying to get, he's trying to be appointed over the estate to handle the affairs with Nipsey's money. So, the business and all of the, any money that he may owe to anybody, he's trying to be the one to handle all of that. And we all know that Black Sam has always been by Nipsey's side, so that's nothing new. Now, then somehow after this all happens, Black Sam is notified that somebody had put in a request to trademark that slogan. And so on May 28th, Black Sam files his own trademark request to trademark the Marathon Continue slogan. So I feel like this is the trademark request that was submitted by the Crips LLC is in direct response to Black Sam and Samantha filing papers to get custody of Imani. Now, if you take a real deep look at this Crip LLC, a lot of people have been pulling up information on this Crip LLC to see who's running it and who's behind it, who's on the board. There was an interview that came out, and I can't remember. I should have wrote down his name, but I'm gonna try to link his video down in the description, because I want to make sure that he gets credit for that interview, and a lot of people should see it. There is a female that he's interviewing, and there's another video that was put out, and someone was linking her as being the same person in that other video. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that later. In this interview, the person was trying to see who was on the board for the Crip LLC, and the female that he was talking to, she said that she was an assistant to the organization. And so he flat out asked her, was Big U on the board? And if you guys don't know who Big U is, he's basically what they call a big OG as far as the Crips. So he's like the head OG for the Crips. If you're not familiar with him, I would say just look him up, and you can get more information and background story about what his role is for the Crips. I'm gonna put out a video detailing Nipsey's and Black U's relationship. Not everybody knows everything in detail when it comes to their relationship, so I'm gonna put that video out hopefully soon. But it was interesting how when the interviewer was asking this female questions regarding the organization, she was able to answer those questions up front and in detail. It was only until it came to the part where he was trying to figure out who was on the board. And so when he would ask her if specific people was on the board, she would answer that she didn't know, and that he would have to wait for a meeting that they had planned, and they would reveal who was on the board. So I thought that was interesting. But here's my thoughts, and my thoughts are just opinions, but I feel like all of this stuff ties back to Nipsey's death. It has something in relations to his death, because the family went strong right after Nipsey was buried. They went strong to get custody of Imani. And I think it was because the family may have known something, maybe related to Nipsey's death. And so they wanted to get this child really bad. And because they filed for custody, Samantha and Black Sam filed for custody, I think it made Tanisha upset. Now, Tanisha is the niece of Big U. Now, I would be willing to bet that Big U is on that board, because there was a video of that female discussing how her and Big U were very close, that they, were friends, and she looked at him as a family. So I would be willing to bet that Big U is on that board, and I wouldn't put it past the fact that they all watched the family try to take custody of Imani, and so they turned around and directly tried to trademark that slogan. And the funny thing is if you try to trademark a slogan like that, is it going to prevent the family from being able to sell merchandise or to sell that slogan on whatever they want to do. If they want to do a TV show later on, if they want to do a sitcom, like anything, they might want to branch out with that slogan. So it only keeps them to the apparel side of the house, which is limiting them. So I think it all ties back into, it's kind of like, the family does something and then they turn around and do something. It's kind of like a tit for tat. So I feel like this is in direct response to the family filing for custody, and it may have upset Tanisha. And because Big U is her uncle, he turns around and tries to trademark the slogan, because that's Nipsey's entire business has that slogan on there. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of this is in direct relation. But again, it's just my opinion. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Big U has anything to do with this Crip LLC? Why do you think the mom and dad are so quiet? Do you think that they're still working behind the scenes to help the family, gain custody of Imani and to be appointed as administrator for the estate? What do you think they're doing behind the scenes, and why is everybody so quiet? It says a lot when the family is tried so soon to get custody. So I'm going to continue watching what's happening, but I thought that all of this was in direct relation to each other, and I hadn't really heard anybody mention that in any of the videos that I saw on YouTube. So tell me what you guys think. But I'm going to put some more videos out this week, so keep looking for those. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that way you guys get notifications when I upload a video. All right, you guys, I'll see you later.